Hey there everyone, this is Michael for Spirit Comics. Welcome to my review of Batgirl number 4. Teacher Knows Best. Now this scene does not appear in the comic, but it's still a good scene. You know, the teacher almost strangling Batgirl, but why they left nothing in the background, why they left it just white is beyond me. I don't know. But the red Batgirl logo against the white is a good contrast. So, let's get into the story. This is Beyond Burnside, Part 4. Now, Batgirl's still there. She's fighting the construction worker. And she's mad because, you know, they might have done something to Kai. So she engages them in battle. Well, actually, this one dude, and you know, smacks him good as he tries to assault her, and then somehow, automatically, using her other arm, she just whack and knocks Moth Girl upside the head. And I mean, that should give her a concussion. Should, but it didn't. But then we see something familiar. Recognize that knife? Schoolgirl, late as always. It's the same one from the first issue. Saving, but as always, she says, I not leave until after Junku, and that's called cram school. And the construction worker says, idiot, you don't need Juku. We've got teacher. Besides, you failed twice. You're never going to. I know, Hard Hat. Okay? I mean, really? They nicknamed him Hard Hat just because he's wearing a hard hat? I too dumb to pass, but I go or Mom kick me out. Yeah, I guess she's speaking in her broken English. You will never beat us, Batgirl. Teacher is last chance we have. Nothing to lose. You're right. I'm not gonna beat you, she says. And then she does a vanishing act. 'Cause I'm not gonna fight. I have to get to Kai, she thinks. Pick up, pick up, pick up. She's trying to call him. You've reached the voicemail of Kai Ma. No. So meanwhile, back at his room in the drum house in Shanghai, she leaves the voicemail. Kai, it's Babs. You're in danger, of course. He knows he's in danger. Look at that blow right across his face. It's that teacher. And she's handling nunchucks. Help's on the way, but stay out of sight till then. Well, he's going to be out of sight, out of mind here in a moment. I hope it's not too late. 'Cause he's down for the count. And that teacher is needing something from him, so she gets out this syringe. Look at that. That's a long syringe. And so she goes to the airport, and she needs to get a ticket for Shanghai, so it's going to be a while, so she has to call her her friend Frankie back in Gotham, or or is it Burnside? It's called it's Burnside. I keep forgetting. She hears that Frankie answered, and I thought it was like the general. She says, "Hi, Frankie, it's..." I thought she answered like, Gordon Clean Energy, or something like that. Because I read this just a few hours ago. "I told you, Babs, I have everything under control." He's like, yeah, I know you do. I was hoping you could help me out." "I knew it," she says. And she says, "I knew you'd make this a working vacation. I shouldn't have let you pack those damn boots." And that's Frankie. She's kind of cute. So she fills her in on what's been going on about her old friend Kai. And she says that he was working with our high school friend Neil Barry, and he's transporting a bio-encrypted formula. So Frankie goes away, working at the keyboard, and is listening. "I need to find out what it does. I'd work on it myself, but it would take years over airport Wi-Fi. And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, I know how slow airport Wi-Fi can be." No, I mean, yes, but I really wanted to hear your voice. I mean, she's so distraught at this moment. She needs to hear the voice of a friend. "Aw, Babs, I miss you too." She says, "So, okay, Neil Barry graduated from Columbia, barely. And there was some trouble with a classmate who accused him of stealing and publishing their research. But her accusation was never proven." Gross. I didn't know that. "After school, he rose to the top of the field, and a few months back, he was hired by a Japanese biotech company." She says, "In Okinawa?" Playing a hunch. "Yep," Frankie says. "But he left the country after he was caught selling company secrets." Then she gets really interested. "That's gotta be the formula, but what is it? Hang tight, I'm hacking into the company mail server." And this is literally what she finds. It's a drug, an experimental intelligence drug, and this thing is not approved for human consumption. While it does appear to offer a substantial boost in brain power, side effects include hair loss, aggressive and antisocial behavior, and cancer. And then she's like, you got a revelation of some sort. That's in the students. That means that's it. The students need that drug to pass their college entrance exams. Students? Entrance exams? Huh? She says. Hardhat said one test decides everything. Like if you applied to college and they only looked at your SAT scores, and she says, sorry, Babs, but they want me in the boardroom. I'm not exactly sure she has a boardroom there, but whatever. You got this, Babs. You're the best. The best at kicking butt and the best friend. You're my best friend too, she says. Thanks for everything, Frankie. I'll see you soon. So she's got the ammunition she needs now. Back to look to find her friend Kai. And she's looking in. I mean, that is kind of creepy in and of itself. I mean, it's very Batman-like. Only he would be less obvious. I mean, just look. All you can see is two eyes, barely. And she's thinking, poor Kai. I knew he'd get hurt, but not like this. And so this old man leaves, and then she comes in the window and stands there and lowers the blinds. And with that really grim look on her face. I think she's taking some lessons from Batman. Or maybe just coming into her own. Who knows? That's your grandpa? He seems nice. No, that's what I told Barbara, but my grandparents live in the Bay Area. That was Grandfather Blood, head of the Gray Gang. I have to find that a little bit amusing. Gray Gang. He's the buyer, isn't he, for the formula you've been carrying in your stomach, but teacher found you first. He's like, how do you... And she taps against the container of fluid, and now you can't make the delivery. No, turns out when you get stabbed with a syringe by some psycho in an alley, they give you antibiotics. Even bioencrypted bacteria are no match for that. Blood's pissed. He gave Neil a 50% deposit, but I'll call Neil, get his money back, and this will all be over. See, this dude thinks, money is the solution to everything. And she just looks at him, saying, nope, your buddy made a run for the border. He's long gone. And he's like, huh? I thought if I did this, that I'd make some real money, then go home and start over. Make my family proud, finally. I'm going to die here, aren't I? No formula, no money. Blood's gonna have me killed. Batgirl says, I'll get it back on one condition. Leave Barbara alone. You put her in danger, and I can't tolerate that. And look at those eyes, surprised, shocked. What? But nothing happened to her. Nothing ever happens to her. There's always someone to protect her. You used her to keep yourself safe. You used me. And who's protecting Barbara while I'm protecting you? And look at that stance. It's a classic Batman pose. Oh, and this is an advertisement for Superman 10. If you haven't read this, you need to. I may do a review on it, because it's one of two parts that's a prelude to the Super Sons series. It's very good. She turns her back, and he says, I'm sorry, I never meant I love her. Then she looks over at him, kind of angry. Says, you don't even know her, Kai. You're in love with a memory. It seems she's able to say what she wants to say when she's Batgirl, but when she's Barbara Gordon, it's not possible. Stop looking for loopholes. Go home, get a job. Work on yourself. Then he looks down, sort of ashamed. Maybe she'll call and you'll get another shot. Oh yeah, that's his camera. I think she's yanking out the film. But if she does, you've got to be ready. Look at that. It's just like a stance, just like Batman. Beautiful. Beautiful. Vacation's over, teacher, and I'm coming for you. That is just a that should have been the cover, really. Now, in the Bund, this is the Bund in Shanghai. She's walking around thinking that if she can find her way to class, pass herself off as the new kid, so she can find this teacher. And she says, wait, how did any of them find her? The schoolgirl in Japan, hard hat in South Korea, moth in China. She's like, of course! Advertisement. And so and this is really funny, what's coming up here. And I bet you it's probably happened to me a few times and I just didn't know it. She's sitting in this shop, having something to eat. And she's thinking, odds are she didn't redesign the whole thing. For every country, she probably just swaps out the text, and since print is dead, she'll be using social media. I really hate that concept. Print is dead. If I tweak my microfiche app, I can scan for similar ads in multiple languages. Or I could, if the Wi-Fi wasn't overloaded with too many users on the network. Then she thinks, no biggie, I'll just free up some bandwidth. And then we hear, no, I got kicked off the network. This one says, me too. I only have 10 minutes to upload my term paper. That's it, I'm never coming here again. And she's like, now I can get down to work. And she turns around and just says in a very low voice, sorry guys, but hey, it worked. And she finds this. Last chance cram school. You failed your entrance exam. Your mom won't stop crying, and your boyfriend dropped you for a college girl. You take the test again, but what's the point? And that's another year of cram school, and you can't be sure you'll pass. You thought about cheating, but what if you get caught? You don't need to work harder. You need to be smarter. We can help. So she's thinking, how? Now all I have to do is follow the digital breadcrumbs. So she's off again. Right to you. Last chance cram school. She tries to sneak in. She doesn't see anything, but she does see a classroom. She opens up another door and sees her, the very woman who was in Kai's room. Oh, good. Huh? She's holding some sort of vial. I made it in time for chemistry. Ha! And then, whoosh! Uses her batarang and breaks the vial. Then this woman gets really surprised. She says, you moron! That vial was worth 3 million yen. Now I've got to start all... Oh God, you're not dead, are you? I didn't mean to. And she looks like she's dead when she's laying there on the floor. But she's not. She says, dead? No, I was dead before. Now, I know how it feels to be alive. Next, the final exam. That was Batgirl number 4. It was kind of slow on the... It was kind of slow in that everything didn't flow real well like the previous issues. But overall, it was a good story. That it didn't stagnate like another series I can think of. And the art was good. The art was good. We got to see some classic Batman poses, that Batgirl was using. So overall, I thought it was a good issue. So, what did you think about it? Leave your comments down below. I'm Michael for Spirit Comics. Please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and smash the notification bell like She-Hulk, so you'll be notified of all new uploads. And like and share the video with someone that you know who would enjoy it. Till next time, true readers.